Hey, Jake with B&H, and today I'm reviewing the Sony PXW-Z280 4K XD camcorder. Camcorders will just not go away, but I'm okay with that because they have plenty of features that make a videographer's life easy. The PXW-Z280 is the long-anticipated replacement of the PXW X200, which was a full HD workhorse of a camcorder that recorded 10-bit 422 internally with a 17x optical zoom range. And a lot has been carried over from that model. I mean, the body looks pretty much the same, with buttons where you'd expect them to be. It still records to SXS Cards, and the optical zoom is 17x. Yes, the camera will shoot Ultra HD 4K, which shouldn't surprise anyone since it's 2018. If you're not shooting 4K, then I really can't take you seriously. I kid. Shoot whatever you want, but just make it 4K. It's probably going to look better. Where was I? Right. Z280 features XMOR-R 3 CMOS half-inch chip type sensors, UHD 4K at 5994 422 10-bit, which means it's the first 3-chip camcorder to shoot 4K. It records in Sony legacy codecs such as XAVC Intra, XAVC Long, MPEG HD 422, and DVCAM. DVCAM. Does anyone still use DVCAM?
I do.
Oh, sorry. You're so brave. Keep it up. All right. Moving on. The standout feature has to be the HDR or high dynamic range. Allows you to select HDR mode and then you shoot in either hybrid log gamma or in S-Log 3. The electronic variable ND filter gives you the utmost control of your exposure because you can dial it in precisely rather than relying on only 3 stops. Or you can select Auto ND, where the camera is effectively riding the ND for you as the lighting conditions change without affecting your depth of field. This is a life-saving feature if you shoot any kind of documentary content. The 17x Fujinon optical zoom lens has 3 manual control rings, iris, focus, and zoom. You can select servo manual on the zoom as well as AF, MF on the focus ring, and or select auto iris. Autofocus. This is another game-changing feature on an already high-end pro camcorder. Up until this point, my only experience with face detection has been on small mirrorless cameras, but the Sony Z280 has it, and I couldn't wait to test it out. So Kareem, I want you to do what you did before, take 2 steps this way, then 2 steps back, always looking at the camera. Yeah, then turn, exactly. Do that 3 more times. Now I want you to walk towards the camera. Looking right at us, yep. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. Big smile. Big thumbs up. It works. All right, now backwards, walk backwards. And stop. There it is.
That's pretty good.
Bam, all right, we'll cut on that. Not only does it have Face Detect AF, but you can also select single face priority and the camera will stay on that subject's face. You can choose up to 8 faces while swapping between them with the joystick on the back. Just another life-saving tool for the lonely videographer, which is me. The back of the camera supports all typical outputs, HDMI, timecode, Genlock, but the most impressive is the new 12G SDI output, which will transmit a 4K 60p using a single BNC connection. And you know what I always say, less cables equals less hassle. USB output on the back, this is pretty cool. If you hook up your hard drive or thumb drive to the USB on the back of the camera, you can now transfer data from the SXS card to your external drive, which is perfect for on-site backups. And since we're on the topic, SXS is the selected media, which I know can be costly, but for good reason, they are mission critical. However, do not fret. You can adapt Sony XUD cards and or SDXC cards to record on this camera. But you will lose out on some higher quality bit rates, so be sure to do your homework beforehand. They give you 2 XLR inputs, and they now have 2 proprietary multi-interface shoe mounts on the top of the handle as well, which pass power and data to Sony's accessories, like the UWP-D series of wireless mics. Sony has also released the new Sony LMD A240 24-inch LCD production monitor. Whew. And for those of you who don't know what a production monitor is, it's basically a monitor used in studio applications to check composition, lighting, art direction, etc. Because it's way easier to huddle around a 24-inch monitor as opposed to a 3-inch monitor on the back of your camera. Oh, hey guys.
Yeah,
What's going on? Yeah.
How's that
You guys trying to...
What? I can't see it.
What are you looking at?
No, I mean,
How are
you
you
guys
supposed
can't...
to work with this?
You guys can't see?
I can't see it.
No, you can't see?
From here.
Is it too small? Is it too small?
Is
it power on?
Guys, is this better? Can you see?
So much better.
Yeah. I mean, I can actually see it.
They've also been called a producer's monitor because the producer is looking over your shoulder, waiting to give you notes on literally anything.
How much longer?
Just give me a minute. I'm not done yet. I'll get you what you want. Don't worry. Get in there. The Sony LMD A240 production monitor supports 1080 60p video signals via 3G, HD, or SD-SDI input. HDMI and composite inputs are also supported. It provides you with the trifecta of scopes, waveform, vector scope, and focus peaking to make sure your exposure and focus are on point. We actually used it to help make sure our green screen setup was exposed properly, and with a 24-inch screen, nothing was left to chance. In summation, when reviewing cameras, I feel it's important to stress who the camera is designed for, and make no mistake, the PXW-Z280 is made for professional use. This is a camcorder aimed to serve the needs of documentary videographers who need to work fast and not lose quality. If you're shooting live events, weddings, online news, or travel documentaries, this pro camcorder with 10-bit 422 4K HDR capture, face detection AF, variable ND filters, and pro-level audio inputs, it's going to be the camera you want to have in your bag. This is Jake with B&H. Just keep shooting.